Hey, what's up guys? This week I want to show you another bench trick. It's pulling a point. So I have an 8mm rod and a 26mm tube. What I'm going to do is connect these two. You can make a round bottom, or if you want, you can just make a temporary hot seal by connecting it like that. So after you make your connection, you want to heat up about 2 inches of the glass. So I'm going back and forth with a radiant heat, and then once it gets all hot, I'll pull it out. So you can see it start to gain a little bit fluid. You want to make sure not to just hold it straight, because we'll only be heating up the center, and that's why we hold it at an angle. Heat it up, and now it's all nice and evenly hot. I'm just going to pull it out and create a nice even thickness, a nice length, and a nice wall thickness. Those are the keys to making a really nice point. So after it's pulled, you want to hold it taut a little bit and pull it out. Once it's all hard, you can heat up the punty connection and pull that off. After you remove your punty, you want to grab it with your diamond shears, heat up a little bit of the end. I'm just going to collapse it and do the same thing that my V-blade does, but with the diamond shears. I've made a score. Now I'm going to put a little torque and pop that off. Once I get that off, I'll fire polish the end and let that cool. It's good to have two pieces of tubing at the same time so you can alternate. Put one down, pull out the other one, and let it cool. So we'll let that cool for a second, and then I'll show you the next step. So after you let your point cool for a few minutes, you want to grab it and then heat up the shoulder. It's really important to heat up the shoulder with each point that you pull. It'll help straighten it out. And even Cesare, when I was learning in Italy, he used to do that on all of his points. So I'll heat it up. And then once it gets hot enough to move around a little bit, I'll feel where the center point is, and then I'll be able to move it there a little bit better. So I'm heating it up and just getting it nice and even. You can see it's starting to move around a little bit. And now I'll be able to put it on center. You can pull a little bit and straighten it out. Once you have that all set up, you want to change your flame to a little bit sharper flame to remove the tubing. So I'm heating it up and just gonna heat that whole thing and then pull it off. So I'm going to heat it up and put it in my V-blade, and I'm going to take it off, and that's going to create an end that I'll be able to do anything I want with in the future, either make another point this way or attach a blow tube or anything like that. There are other ways to pull points, and we're definitely going to be going over that more in the future. Once it's hot, you just pull it, put it in your V-blade, and it'll start to condense down, and that'll create a score mark. Letting it cool, kind of shocking it a little bit, heat it up, cool it down, and you can snap it right off. Once you have that off, you can just put it in a cup or maybe a small pot with sand, and that'll help stand it up. That way it'll create a pocket of air around the piece and help it cool more evenly. Thanks a lot for checking it out. If you guys have any bench tricks you'd like to share with the world, please send an email to benchtricks@revereglass.com. And thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.